President Biden, I want to thank you sincerely for maintaining with Mexico a relationship of cooperation, of respect for our fellow men who live and work in a very honest fashion in the United States, who are not harassed. They're not suffering rates, as it unfortunately it used to happen in the past. We have said this, and I repeat it today. I insist on this. You, President Biden, you are the first president of the United States in a very long time that has not built not even 1 meter of wall. And that, we thank you for that, sir. Although some might not like it, although the conservatives don't like it, truly, I fully trust President Biden. I've asked President Biden to insist before the U.S. Congress to regularize the migration situations of millions of Mexicans who have been in the States, working, living in the United States, and contributing to the development of that great nation, which is the United States of America. I have reaffirmed that President Biden is a man with convictions who maintains principles, ideals to guarantee, to ensure, as many others, men, women, in the United States and throughout the world. And the Statue of Liberty never, never, ever should become a symbol, a void, an empty symbol.
We found out is that our Republican friends and some few Democrats are very critical of what's going on the border, but yet refused to even look at the detailed document I submitted for the Congress to consider to reform the process completely. And so we're trying to make it easier for people to get here, opening up the capacity to get here, but not have them go through that god-awful process. We're going to continue our efforts to address the root causes of migration, to help people stay in their home countries. I've asked the Congress for $4 billion to provide for that. The first question now, I forgot. Your first question related to?
I asked if the...
I'm only joking. The answer is you've got both extremes are wrong. It's a basic middle proposition. Here, look, as was mentioned by all of us in one way or another, this has been the greatest migration in human history around the world, as well as in this hemisphere. And when I got elected, the first major piece of legislation I introduced was to reform the immigration process. We can do more than merely just make legal immigration more streamlined, but we can also do it by preventing people from wanting to have to leave in the first place, by helping their communities, in fact, better their circumstances. And so I hope, and by the way, my proposals are supported by the Chamber of Commerce, by the American Labor Movement, which is an unusual coalition, and a whole range of people. The point here is that my Republican friends in Congress should join us in the solutions.
Now that this mechanism has been approved, people can file their own request. And this might take time. However, there's hope. A hope that this purpose is going to be accomplished. The purpose of going to the United States to work, to live. We celebrate this. President Biden, I know that recently you announced the United States will be receiving citizens from Venezuela, Haiti, Cuba, and Nicaragua. What is the time frame, and are you thinking of expanding the number of people you will be receiving? President López Obrador?
You would be willing to accept more migrants arriving to the U.S.-Mexico border. What do you want from the U.S. in return?